Hey y'all, how are you? I didn't feel like cleaning up and I'm not going to. I kind of gave up on this apartment and everything that I've ever done in New York. I pretty much gave up on it. Like, hey, listen, I don't know if you guys pay attention to what's going on in the news, but the way it is right now, there's really got those lights, they barely helped. Um, the way it is, it's like, they let us as of the 30th, all of a sudden there's reservations and you can go to this and that restaurant. But like, if you're not, you know what I'm saying? If you're not at the restaurant with someone that you're already dating, and like, this is the shit I'm not understanding about New York. How the fuck is a single woman supposed to meet someone at a dinner table with three bitches next to her, with three niggas next to her? Like, how am I supposed to meet somebody? I have to leave here. Like, I really should have just left in January and July. And I've been holding on to this place so much. And New York is trash. It really is trash. They ruined it. They made it so that every girl that looks like me is a fucking helper. She's cleaning someone's eyes, cleaning someone's house, cleaning someone's business. Really, I swear to God, they made it so that every single woman that looks like me is literally some kind of essential worker, and if they aren't, they don't live here anymore. I don't know what to do. I feel so stuck here. I feel so stuck. Like, there's nothing. And the few friends that I have that are still here, they are in their own world, which they should be. It's like, what are we doing here? They ruined the city. Like, I should be engaged already by now. Like, yo, I work so hard. What am I doing here? It's like, yo, you can't even go on a good date anymore because everyone that's here is so broke. Everyone is so downtrodden in this place. At least the people I know. And I know decent people. And then it's like, how could you be seen? How can you be seen in a place that is about people and culture and getting together? We can't even be seen at a fucking dinner table. I'm sorry. That's not how it works. And I'm not a club person either. Like, I haven't done clubs in years. Clubs was when I was in my 20s. But you know what? There's something to be said about going out after work on a Wednesday and a Thursday and going to the bar and standing at the bar and meeting a nice, handsome gentleman who works across the street or works down the block. Like, you can't even do that now. And I don't even have enough money to just pick up and leave this piece of shit that I live in and go anywhere else. Because I'm putting money into a real estate career that's not going anywhere because the sellers, the people that are selling here are dumb too. It's not that they're dumb, it's just that they want to hold on to New York so badly that they're doing it at the very last minute. No, if you wait, there's not going to be any money to go around. Like, people aren't just going to buy your house when you decide. No, come out now while the buyers are here. So it's just like, it's a lot of money just being wasted. I honestly, I don't see it. Nothing that I'm doing is paying off. Nothing that I'm doing is paying off in this city. Crazy. My grandmother, she's sick. And you know what I realized? I realized, like, she could be sick, but it's not my fucking problem. It's the truth. She had 9 kids. She pushed 9 kids out for a low-life loser who never even married her. To me, she's not a smart woman. And then all of those kids, she sat there coddling them and babying them. Some of them still live with her, and they can't even make sure she gets home safe from the hospital. I got to send one of my friends who's not even a relative to come. And then she's so stupid. I send and this is how you know, these are the types of women that raised me. I literally arranged a ride for my grandmother to go home because I can't come from from Brooklyn to the Bronx after I've spent 2 days there waiting for you to get out the hospital. I have to work. Literally, I sent a friend who lives down the block, a trustworthy person, like my brother type, literally to go pick her up in a car, and this old 87-year-old woman with not one person to help her would rather stay in the hospital until one of us come. Well, she'll be there until the end of the week, because what she needs to understand is that you made the mistake of not having a man in your life, or not having any friends to take care of you, or anyone to give a damn about you, and your kids hate you. That's why they all left you on my shoulders, and I'm an only child, so you're gonna die alone. That's what it is. I love my grandmother, but no, I decided I'm not going to wait for her anymore. I've been waiting for this lady to croak for years so I can move on with my life. But the real reality is she's going to be hanging on until 95 years old, and she doesn't have one kid of hers out of the 9 kids that she pushed. There's 3 of them that are like dead already. And the rest of them, they don't know how to coordinate. One of them left and went down to North Carolina. My mother, she's a complete idiot. She went upstate and left my grandmother 2 weeks ago. Her own kids don't want to take care of her. So what does that say about her as a person? That is not the kind of life that I want for myself. And literally, I have to leave her behind too. I realized that this week. You're not going to have me, no. I just need to get the call that says, hey, the funeral is such and such. I'm done with it. I have to emotionally distance myself from anything that's not going to allow me to elevate. I have to leave my grandmother. I have to leave my mother. I have to leave this block. I have to leave this borough. I have to leave this city. I'm done with my career. I've been done with that. I have to leave real estate as soon as I make one deal. I have to close out of that shit and just continue to be the woman that I want to be. I don't want to keep working for people. I don't want to work. I know how to work for myself, and I've been trying to work for myself. But somehow when you look like me, everyone seems to think that you could be better off just giving a little patience. Just wait. Give me a year so you can sit like a queen and I can make you rich. Be patient. You'll get everything you want, even though you're 33 years old, going on 34. You'll get everything you want in 4 and 5 and 6 years. Where do these fucking people, these people are fucking stupid. I'm going to terminate my association, literally. If I don't get any listings over the next couple of weeks, what a waste of time. I would have terminated my association last week if it weren't for the 2 co-ops I thought I was going to get. I don't even want to work the real estate thing. The real estate was supposed to be one of the streams of income. It was not supposed to be my whole day, every day, all day, wasting my time in these people's office with a bunch of little boys. None of them are going to marry me. None of them they're Jewish. They can't even go out on a real date. Every fucking restaurant is it kosher? Is it this? Is it that? No, I don't give a fuck if it's kosher. It's where I want to go. I'm not a Jewish person, so I don't care about your fucking customs. I'm sorry. And it is what it is. It's I want to go out. I want to enjoy the time that I have free. I don't want to keep doing things by other people's schedule. And I keep trying to do things for myself, and it's not enough money. There's not enough support. They don't want to support me. Ever. There's never anybody. The only person I ever had was my fiance to support me, my grandmother. And she, at the end of the day, I can't live my life for her. She's an old woman who wants to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I never wanted to be alone. I begged my mother to have kids. I begged her to have siblings for me and people. And here I am. I'm just going to do what I know is right for me, which is getting out of this city. This city don't have nothing for me anymore. I can't, nothing in it for me. And then they're about to lock it down in another month. So the whole winter, I'm going to be on my own. way this shit is now, I feel like this. It's like New York is not the kind of place anymore where you can meet people. If you don't already have a set of people that you like, and I was in the process of changing I believe in change. Living in New York, I've never had a difficulty changing. I like to change circles. I grow out of people quickly. I get bored with people. I like to change my circle every couple years. I like to elevate and meet new people. How can you meet new people when there's fucking everyone? The only place to meet people is in the fucking gym. And the people in the gym, it's like my neighborhood is not suited for me anymore. I live in a neighborhood where everyone is subpar in terms of their professional credit. People don't have a lot of professionalism. It's a neighborhood. I love it for the culture. I love it for my people, my Black people. But unfortunately, there's no prospects in my neighborhood for me. I've met the good guys in my neighborhood, and they don't even have enough money to take care of themselves. It's really sad. And it's like, yo, I'm not even looking to be taken care of. I can take care of myself. I want to have a family with someone who can take care of that family. Someone who could put us in a house and have, like, yo, is it too much to ask to open this fucking state up already? Open this fucking city up. God damn it. I feel like I'm having a nervous breakdown every fucking day. I just want to get out and meet people. And, like, yo, I'm meeting every day on the street random guys trying to talk to me in their beat down fucking cars, beat down looking. And even the ones that look good, they don't have anything. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault that they're stuck. We're all stuck here. The ones that have money are not here. They have left. And I can't even have a conversation with a basic dude. He doesn't know anything. Every time I try to talk with a basic guy, like I hung out with a friend of mine the other day. He's a very attractive guy. He's sweet. He doesn't have a bank account. He was in an apartment that was belonging to his aunt. I'm not trashing his situation, but he's a nice guy. He's a very good-looking guy, and he's actually doesn't have a million kids. He has one kid. It's 8 years old. From a relationship he was in for years. He's a quality person inside, but on the outside, what is he? He can't even. He doesn't have a car to take me on a date. He doesn't have an extra space in his apartment. Like, I don't know how he thought he was putting someone else up in his place. Your place is not even big enough for yourself, brother. It's crazy. Like, it's not. As a friend, he's a great friend, but if I were to consider him professionally, he doesn't, or to consider him romantically, we're just not on par. I mean, for example, one of the gentlemen that was at my real estate company that I work at, he, young Black man, I offered, not offered, but he asked several of the gentlemen to help him on a presentation. He couldn't make it. So I decided I would offer, because I go up to the Bronx every weekend to see my grandma. And he couldn't even secure his own meeting. Then when it was secured, because I secured it, he couldn't confirm it. And then when I tried to confirm it, when it was confirmed, he asked me to just go do the meeting without him. And I said to myself, okay, sure, I'll go do a meeting without him. It'll be my listing. You won't get $1. And then turns out 2-3 days later, the meeting never happened. Turns out 2-3 days later, he calls the associate broker at my office and basically tells him that he got a job paying him $9 an hour. The man is my age. He's older, actually. I think he's 35 or 36. $9 an hour, baby, you should be ashamed of yourself. I never even worked for that when I was 12. When I was 12, I was making $14 an hour at my first job. I never even worked for that at 12 years old. You work for $9 an hour. What does that say about your confidence in yourself? Do you recognize that when people call me about roles that I don't even want, they're $89 an hour? Literally. And I don't usually get hourly. Usually I get salary. But to be honest with you, hourly ends up paying more because whatever, they don't pay benefits, whatever. $89 an hour, listen, on the low end, I'm getting paid $65 an hour. And what I want to understand is, where were you in all of your time? We had the same time on this earth. What were you doing with your time? Were you in school? were you trying to, obviously you weren't doing anything because you think $9 an hour is sufficient. You're just happy to have anything that gives you $1 in your pocket. And there's nothing wrong with that, but learn your value. I don't want a man, and he was a sweet, nice guy. I don't want a man who is sweet and nice, but doesn't know how to even stand up for himself and get his own appointments, get his own money, etc. I really feel like I'm mismatched in this city. That's really where, New York is supposed to have a lot of opportunities. And I know that, but when you're a New Yorker, it's like, it's not like that. It's not, you can't just come here and just, maybe a person coming here has a better opportunity than a person who's from here. Because a lot of the times we get stuck in our little communities. And quite frankly, our communities are really not built for people that are trying to ascend. Our communities do keep us down. Half of Brooklyn is infected. The other half is shooting each other up. So the black neighborhoods, everyone's shooting each other up. In the Jewish neighborhoods, everyone's sick. Oh. And then Manhattan is a wasteland. So, I mean, yeah, we can go out a little bit here and there with some friends, but ultimately people don't want to spend top dollar to have this experiences with the same people over and over and over. The part about New York that makes it so fire is running into people and having stories and meeting new people and expanding your horizons, not being with the same 5 people all the time. Or at least for me, that's how I think. So I really, I'm at the point now where I just came on here to vent today. I wasn't really trying to. It's hard for me. I keep wanting to set up videos and do things. And as you can see, I live in a little music studio that also is my house. And it's too small. It's really too small for me. It was too small for me when I moved here. And it's still too small. And I should have been out of here. And I actually left. But I always had this place because the other place I went to, I knew they wouldn't keep me there for long. And so I just, I said to myself, let me keep this place. But real shit, like, this is not the type of place where I need to be. I can't even stretch out in here. And I'm starting to lose it in here. Really. I'm starting to feel like everything I ever did was a waste of my energy, a waste of everything. I can't even find my own mother. She's a fucking drug addict. I thought my life would mean something as hard as I've had to go to do little things. Like, I worked so hard to just have a little bit. Really, from the fucking mud, bro. It doesn't count for anything. That's what this city just told me. Everything I ever did here never counted for anything. And it's not about any particular job or any particular career. It's about how they basically ruined the culture of the city and made it so uninhabitable. It's so miserable for people that actually want to be somebody and do things. New York is a playground for a bunch of losers who've never had anything. Now they can enjoy, they can feel, let me tell you something. I have friends that have never been to a nice restaurant, and this is the time where they get to go and patronize all these great restaurants and all these things, just, because. But when you go into these places, who's in there? And it's like, I was watching on Fox News or whatever, Channel 5, they were playing Fox 5 NY. Yesterday they were showing some footage of some restaurants, and I looked around all the restaurants and I said, oh wow, the restaurant is full of black and brown people. These restaurants never used to have us. And it was like, we'd be like few and far between because everything was so expensive. And there was never any space. Now that's because we're the only people left here. We're the only people dumb enough to sit in restaurants with no real experience, just nice decor and pay exorbitant prices when there's really no network to be found in the restaurant anymore. Like, your restaurant was about a network. It was about an upper echelon society. Why would I go to certain places like STK, Serafina, and all these places that I love? To fraternize with, run-of-the-mill people. I liked going to these places when they were exclusive. They're no longer exclusive. It's like, And then the one exclusive thing I wanted to go to, it's like this person that I asked to go is not even a person who really I should be asking to go. But when they confirmed that they wanted to go today, I really got excited, and it never happened. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's something wrong with me. Maybe I'm too black, I'm too fat, I'm too ugly. A lot of things that I feel about myself. And this is the worst time. This year is like the worst time to be coming up against these feelings because I worked so hard to come out of them over the last couple of years after my fiance passed away in 2015. I worked hard to come out of those deep and dark feelings, and here it is again. It's like this city is not made for people like me anymore. I'm not that person. I'm not a person who wants to work 80 hours a week to go and sit down in a Brooklyn restaurant. I'm not that person. I'm not the person who wants to kill myself helping this and that random person sell their co-ops and then fight with them about commission. I'm not that. I'm not that person. And so I have to recognize when I'm pretty much just doing things against who I am at this point. I continue to try to build something that really is not me, and it's really not who I am, who I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be a real estate agent. I'm not supposed to be a finance person. These are things that I did to make ends meet so I didn't have to leave my city, and I still have to leave my city now. I hate this place. This place is garbage. It really is. And I'm stuck. I'm really stuck here. I'm really stuck here. And if it weren't for weed, I'd have jumped off a fucking building already. I swear to God, if it weren't for smoking every day and stretching and working out, I would have jumped off a building already. Thank God. Thank God for that stuff. This shit is trash. I want to have a family. And I deserve one too. I'll make a good mom. I'll make a good man. Anyway. I think that's something that people don't want to give that to me. People will give me a lot of credit for being intelligent, for being smart, for being all these things. And there was only one person ever in the history of my life who said I would be a good mom, and that person killed himself this year. Rest in peace to Miles Stevenson, the only friend I had who thought I would be a good mom. Rest in peace, Steve, baby. I will be a good mom. I will have a good family. I just don't think it's gonna happen here. I can't keep trying here. This place, I really need to cut my losses, and I'm scared. I'm scared to go myself. I'm scared to just pick up and leave and be lost on my own. But I'm already lost and I'm already on my own. What's the difference? There's no difference. There's no difference whether I do this here, whether I do this in California, whether I do it in Africa, whether I do it in Germany. There's no difference. And it's all the same. I'm still by myself. I'm still doing it on my own. So I am on my own. And what's the difference? I have a better chance in other places, maybe. So I just need to venture out. I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I just have to acceptance. 2020 was about, this whole year was about acceptance for me. Accepting that everything goes against plan. It's like nothing goes according to plan. Everything goes against plan. Everything. I was watching Pastor Tori Roberts Sunday talking about, the anointing and what that meant, to have an anointing on your spirit. I always felt that way. I felt like, God, everything goes so wrong in my life, and it must be because you have something planned for me. I just, want to know what it is. clearly it's not real estate, and it's not finance, and it's not all this other nonsense. Sometimes it's like, yo, you have to sit back and like really think, yo, what was my life supposed to be if I didn't follow these paths? Who am I supposed to be? Last night I had somebody come by, one of my homeboys, he's like tight like a brother, the same one that was supposed to pick my grandmother up. And he came by with his friend, and people like to edify, people like to try to put me on some sort of pedestal. Black men like to try to put me on some kind of pedestal. And then 5 minutes later, he's asking me if I want to get a place with him, because since we're both looking to buy. Then I looked at him and I said, no. When I buy, I most likely will move into something that my husband buys. Like, who are these stupid brothers? You guys sound so stupid. We've been friends for years, and now you need help buying a house? I don't want you. I don't want your seed. I don't want anything that has to do with you, and we're friends. Why would I buy a house with you? I mean, if that's the case, I'd be better off buying a house with one of my girlfriends. I mean, why would I buy a house with a man who I am never going to have his baby and I look at him like a family member? Shouldn't he be trying to do this with someone who he's interested in and have a relationship with, instead of trying to cut corners and get a property with his homegirl/sister and then stick me with a mortgage? Are these niggas retarded? That's really a real question. Stop it. Every time one of you black men come to me, I swear to God, whether it is my homeboy Saho, my homeboy Dante, it's every single one of you guys have a question, and you all have a request. All of you. Same thing with my artist, Michi. Same thing. You always have a request. You know what I told him, and I think people need to understand this. Next time you come to me, be willing to give rather than receive. That's the last thing I told him. This is where I am in life as a woman, with everyone, black or white. I treat everyone this way. Give me something now. I've given a lot. Give me something. I've given a lot. Show me the value that I have. Stop wasting my fucking time with your ideas. I don't care about them. I have my own ideas. Go find a sweet young girl that can admire you and help you execute your ideas. I am 33 years old and turning 34 in about 15 days. The last thing I need. The last thing I really need is to sit here and waste energy with people that are not interested in me because they feel they can benefit and there's some sort of strategic plan. No, fuck your plan. That's really what I realized about New York. Everyone has a plan and they want me to be a part of it. They never look at me and say, hey, what's your plan? Let me help you execute your plan. It's always, hey, no, your plan, it could wait. Why don't you help me do this? No, fuck your plan. Your plan is trash. Your plan doesn't do anything for me. Your plan is keeping me old in your fucking office. I'm not going into that office tomorrow. I wasted enough time in it. Fuck that place, man. Waste, yo, deadass. I really am wasting too much. Look how beautiful I looked today. And I looked even more beautiful yesterday. And wasting my fucking time on Rogers Avenue. What? I didn't even work on Rogers Avenue all the years I lived in Brooklyn. And now here I am in the little real estate office wanting to stay close to home and regretting that decision so much. Because everyone in there is a kid. And the only person that's my age is getting married. And then the old people are fucking losers. They can't lead me. So I literally have nobody in there now. Nobody. Nobody to draw inspiration from. Nobody to get any kind of... Yeah, I'm about to leave that shit and take my energy with me. My energy is too godly. My energy is too strong. My energy is too feminine. My energy is too sexy. My energy is too beautiful to be in an office with a bunch of young Jewish babies. Like, I love that they try to help me and I respect them. And yeah, they think I would be good at this, but I'm showing them I'm not good at it because I don't want to be good at it. All I wanted to do was come here and make a couple dollars. And you guys didn't set me up right. And I'm over here working my ass off for nothing, for literally nothing. Letting my titties hang down to the fucking floor because at the end of the day, this shit is not paying enough. It's not paying anything. And I could wait. I could wait to get my fucking money. But guess what? I can't even get a listing because of the dummies that are in the city. Literally, I'm dealing with a dummy right now who has a niece that is a dumb as fuck. She's an 88. How could you be an 88 and not understand the terms of a basic listing agreement, a one-page listing agreement? If you say you had clients, bitch, then give us the list of the clients. Stop wasting our fucking time. You just want to do things on your own and you want to come and usurp the deal at the end. You know what? Go kick rocks. I'll get somebody else to give me a co-op. As a matter of fact, I don't even want a fucking co-op. That shit is too much work. Let me concentrate on these houses. Fuck out of here. Fuck Queens. Fuck Regal Park. Fuck the people that live there because they don't know what they're doing. It's literally this city, even the people that are, the same woman who is bragging about being an ADA and living in Connecticut in her multi-million-dollar property is the same woman who doesn't understand a listing agreement. It's really saddening. So I just had to pull rank on her and, I'm sorry, but I don't care. This is what it is. This is what the percentage we agreed upon, and that's what the contract says. No, I can't. Unless you want to retain a lawyer and pay them yourself. No, I can't make any edits to the contract. I can put a little clause in there. Here you go. I do that. It's still a problem. What I realized is that in New York, the last people that are here, they want to act like the big shots. If you notice, the people that are still in New York, they're really like middle class people and lower middle class people. I'm a lower middle class person. And these people are like middle class and upper middle class, the last bit of people that are left here. And they literally want to carry on like they're billionaires. No, you're not. If you were so rich, you would have gotten some property, not in Connecticut, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I think is people are putting a lot of facades because at the end of the day, they want so badly to live that lifestyle from 10 years ago. Like, they worked at Bloomberg Financial, and quite frankly, like, that was my lifestyle. And I could look and tell and speak to you on the phone and know that you're not that bright. For an attorney, you're not that bright. Anyone could be an attorney. As a matter of fact, I'll most likely end up being an attorney by the time I'm about 50 years old. In my 40s, I'm going to go back to law school. Yeah. So my thing is, being an attorney, that ain't nothing but a chicken wing, bitch. Do you understand what a deal is? I want to be around like-minded people that think alike. And I'm starting to think that a lot of people don't think right in New York anymore. The ones that are still here, that have a little something, they want to carry on like big shots. The people that are poor, they enjoy being poor. I can't lie. This city is becoming scary now. People are dead ass broke, and the ones that are dead ass broke, they're reveling in the streets. And let them. I don't want to be with them. The rent moratorium came through. I didn't get the rent moratorium. Y'all motherfuckers sat us down for months, and I work as an independent contractor, could make $1. And you couldn't even pay the rent moratorium. Fuck this city. Fuck this state. Fuck these Democrats. Fuck these Republicans. Fuck this whole shit. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares about us as individuals. All they care about is, the 7 digits, 9 digits, or whatever the fuck your social is. I'm going to give you guys a little trivia. My grandmother, she never got her social until 1952. She was born so early that there was no social security number. The socialization of the government came, yes, in the 40s or late 30s. And let me tell you something. I think they should undo that shit. I think that the social security number doesn't mean shit to me. I won't be around for that shit. I don't want to keep paying into the system. The system does nothing but, like my friend said, one of my friends said this, and I think this is the best thing he ever said, this fucking loser. This is the best thing he ever said. We're like batteries. Especially West Indian people and Caribbean people in New York. We are like batteries, okay? We come and we power up shit, and then when the batteries are done, they toss us out and they get some new ones. We're not solar power. We're supposed to be solar power. The skin says we're supposed to be solar power, but no, we're batteries to be used up by the system. And unfortunately, Like, yo, the more that the battery gets drained, the less likely that anyone's going to need to use it. I mean, I'm literally at the place in life where 2 or 3 more years in corporate America and I'll look worse than I look now. I think I look great, but I also know that I looked better at one time, and I also know that there will be a time where, like, yo, if I set up my life properly, I could look even better than this if I didn't have to be worried about, like, what? Going and trying to sell someone's property that doesn't even understand how to read a contract? Stupid bitch, learn how to read a contract. You call yourself an attorney? Learn how to read a contract, dummy. I hope you see this too. I really hope you, dummy, I really hope that you see this. As an ADA, you should be ashamed of yourself. That you, your uncle, and your sister don't know what a co-broke means, don't understand how a listing agreement is set up, and that's how I know you've tried to sell your own co-ops. You sell your own co-ops because, hey, that's what dummies do. They try to sell something remotely from Connecticut and then try to bamboozle the next agent about people that are never going to contact you about your co-op. I'm sorry. They're not going to call, because if they were, they would have called already. So business is not moving as smoothly as it used to. I think if I had a coffee shop, maybe I'd be good. It's about all that's popping around here. A coffee shop and a little eatery, in and out. Those are about the only things popping in New York. Everything else is just like waiting to end. These couple weeks that we have going to the restaurants, watch COVID go through the fucking roof. And by the time my birthday comes, we may not even be able to go out to the restaurants. My birthday is October 22nd. I am a Scorpio. Yeah, for real. I really think that everyone in that office takes me for granted. And I'm not going in tomorrow. I'm not going in anymore for the rest of the month. That's it. I'm not wasting any more time. As beautiful as I get dressed to have to go and waste time in an office where no one sees me, it's like, I'm sorry that you guys all are fucking old men and old ladies, and then the young ones are all in their religious whatever they do. Then do that. But I don't belong here. I stick out like a sore thumb. I do. Like, people even look inside of the office. First person they want to talk to is me. That's because, obviously, you walk in the office and everyone has a yarmulke on and they're standoffish. And then you look around and then there's old people who are standoffish. Who are you going to speak to? Clearly, the only woman in the fucking room that actually looks like a woman and smiles. Because the other girl is a lesbian and she dresses like a dude. So no one, it's like when you walk into the office, your first inclination is to look for a female face. I'm not the office manager. I'm one of the brokers here. And the sheer fact that that you think I'm the office manager is the reason why I need to leave this office. Stop talking to me. Talk to these guys. It's like, no, I think that the office is just not a place for me. I really have to make more happen in my life. And I'm going to what I'm going to do tonight, because here's one thing about me. I'm solutions oriented. I don't waste time crying. You know what I'm saying? I cry, I get frustrated, but I move on very quickly. Tonight, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to make 2 lists. Number 1 list is this. And no, I don't give a fuck how this shit is, because I don't plan on living here forever. This is supposed to be a music studio. And unfortunately, I can't even do any music as tight as this shit is. All my shit in here. Seriously. I don't give a fuck how it looks. The next 3 videos, it might be messy. You know why? Because fuck you. So how I feel is like this. Tonight, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to make the list of my LinkedIn. Who are the gentlemen on my LinkedIn that I could contact immediately? I'm going to change all the photos on my LinkedIn as well. I'm going to make them sexy. I don't give a fuck. I'm not looking for a job. I'm looking for a man. And I'm going to start making connections with all of the sexy professional men that I like starting tonight. And all I am going to do is network via LinkedIn now. I'm going to come to every dude and start looking for positions and start looking for this, that, and third. But really, I'm looking for a husband. Because let me tell you something. I actually do have a little bit of a LinkedIn network. And my Facebook network is ratchet. It's a bunch of homie lover friends. You know what I'm saying? They can't do anything with that. So I'm going to go into my LinkedIn and I'm going to start making a list of who's there and just make some phone calls because I have a lot of numbers. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a list of all the spots that I could work during the day without having to go into that office where I can be seen by sexy and professional men. I literally cannot afford it. I can't afford to be in that office not another day for a whole day. I need to take my lists. I need to take everything and go forward with working in a different place. Because what will happen to me is I'll be stuck. I'll be quite stuck. You know, I'll be stuck. I'll be stuck, mad and upset that I spent my whole October. Because literally, if I spend the next week, it's going to be beautiful, clear, no rain. If I spend the next week looking like this, professional, and I go to certain places in Manhattan and I work, and I make a couple conversations and exchange some business cards, I might end up with a date by the end of the week. I might end up being whisked away for my birthday. And that's the kind of thing that Michaela always says, don't be pussy. Don't be scared. Get up and do it. That's something that scares me more than going to a bar. It actually scares me more to just go and randomly work in the middle of the day somewhere and be seen, because the bar, at least there's a purpose. Everybody knows we're coming to the bar to hang out and shit like that. It's going to be hard for me to just be bouncing around Manhattan, but listen, let me get my quarters ready. Let me pick this parking. Let me post up. And let me walk around in my shoes every single day in Manhattan, making my phone calls from Manhattan. What's the difference? I don't have to make my phone calls on Rogers Avenue. Like, I am losing precious early 30s time. I know I'm not in my 20s, and I know that I'm not a spring chicken, and that's why I can't afford to sit down any longer in anyone's fucking office. I don't care who it is. Sorry. I'm going to get chosen by the end of the year. Game on. Challenge to Jack. I'm going to get chosen by the end of the fucking year because I'm not spending another continuous week in that office wasting time. Sorry. I'm doing myself a disservice. These young boys, they're young. They're 24 and 25 years old. They can sit in the office for the next 6 years and be younger than me still. Be 31 years old after they sit for the next 6 years. Fuck them. Next. Watch me rise. I love you guys. Don't ever worry about me when I cry. One thing about me is I'm a fighter. I cry, but I won't die. No, I won't. I am a fighter, meaning you might see me, I'm the type of person that you ever got a rockin' and you crying while you get it rockin'. Like, bitch, why are you trying to do this? Like, that's just how I grew up. I was always like that. I was always the kind of woman that was like, if I did fight, I always felt like, well, why is this happening? But no, fuck you. So I really feel like that. Like, if I cry, it's because I'm frustrated, not because I'm hurt. I'm frustrated more than anything. And I think my solutions are good. I think coming up with a good LinkedIn list and doing some LinkedIn networking for the next couple of days. And then also, because you know what? I was watching the news and Crystal Karazin came on the news, Pink Pill Girl. And what I will say about her is that, I'm getting ready to go downstairs. What I will say about her is that Crystal Karazin, she's really smart and I like her. What I will say about her is this. I'll say she has a great network and I love everything she does for the ladies. But what I will say is this. I'll say Crystal, you have a group and you're talking about on that group, we can, what can we do on that group? We can meet each other and network. Sweetheart, I don't want to network with any more women. I don't want to network with women who are doing exactly what I am doing. That's called competition, like Michaela always says. There's no way that I'm going to invite competition into a scenario where I'm trying to level up and get myself a provider husband. So rather, before I do that, I honestly, what's the difference? Like, people are hitting up people randomly on Tinder. At least the people that are on LinkedIn, I like them. And they know me. Like, why would I waste my time? Like, yo, I'm going to just do what I do. And also, I'm trying to get invited to Raya. Like, yo, I'm on Raya, and I need one more referral. I need one more person to refer me to Raya so I can, you know what I'm saying? I need one more referral on Raya so I can actually date some cool people, some exclusive people in New York. But other than that, I'm not really an apps person. I'm more of a, like, meet up, establish a conversation, and just, I mean, if he's handsome and he's young and he is a professional, he's going to get at it. Anyway, guys, listen, I'm out of here. I'm about to go roll myself a blunt. Yellow is always a good color on me. Like, don't mind me, guys. Like, yo, my Uggs are there, my lighter, I fucking posted. Who cares? Guys, the Louis Vuitton box and the ribbon, who cares? The New York Knicks throw cover, who cares? A chair with a bunch of, who cares? I won't be here forever. I really told my brother last night, like, yo, fuck this block. Fuck the other block. Fuck the city. Fuck the old people. Fuck the old me. I'm ready for change. I've always been, I am a, when I say change, for a second I was going to say I'm a Delta, but no, I never pledged because I don't believe in groupthink. But I do believe in Delta. I do believe in change. I believe in change. Energy, how at the top be? I be so high like God be. Manifestation, bold and courageous. I know nobody can stop me. Actually, nobody can stop we. The community, strong in the we. The lust and the means. The can and the seed. The soil and the deed. Do niggas read? I love y'all. For real.